Hello, I'm David Kerr and you are watching Shalom World News. Here are your latest news headlines from around the globe. Pope Francis has appealed for prayers for Nigeria following an Islamist-inspired massacre in the African country which left over 100 farm workers dead. The fatal attack took place on Saturday in the village of Zabarmari in the northeastern state of Borno. According to eyewitnesses, a group of men arrived in the village on motorcycles and proceeded to behead farmers who were working in rice fields. No terror group has yet claimed responsibility for the massacre, but it's believed to have been the work of either the Islamic State of West Africa or their fellow Islamists Boko Haram. Speaking during his weekly Wednesday audience at the Vatican, Pope Francis prayed that God may welcome those killed in Zabarmari into heaven, that he may bring comfort to grieving families, and that God can, quote, convert the hearts of those who commit similar atrocities which gravely offend his name. Meanwhile, 4 members of the Salvation Army have been killed by Islamist militants in Indonesia. The attack took place on November the 27th in a remote village in the central Sulawesi Islands. It is reported that the Islamists beheaded one of the members of the Salvation Army and burned another alive. Eyewitnesses say they recognised the killers as members of the Mujahideen Indonesia Timur, or MIT, an Islamist group with links to Islamic State. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Indonesia have condemned the fatal attack as, quote, totally contrary to the values of humanity and religious teachings. Thousands of pro-life activists have taken to the streets of Argentina in order to vocalise their opposition to plans to legalise abortion in the South American country. The proposal by President Alberto Fernandez would make legal abortions up to 14 weeks of gestation. Existing Argentine law allows abortion in cases when the mother's life or health is at danger, or in cases of rape. The government's plans provoked scenes like this on Saturday in approximately 400 towns and cities across Argentina, with crowds donning light blue neckerchiefs, the colour adopted by the pro-life movement in Argentina. The president's proposal could be voted on by the Chamber of Deputies in Argentina's National Congress as early as December the 10th. If passed, it will then have to be approved by the Senate, that's the upper house of the Congress. 2 years ago, senators rejected a similar pro-abortion initiative. A statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary has been decapitated in the Italian city of Venice. The sacrilegious attack took place in the early hours of November the 26th. The statue was located in the centre of a roundabout in the Marghera area of the city. During the attack, both the head and the hands of the statue were lopped off. The incident was caught on surveillance cameras and the perpetrator has since been identified by police. The mayor of Venice, Luigi Brugnaro, called the act of vandalism, quote, a gesture that offends our city, our history and our values. The abortion rate in the United States has fallen by more than 50% since 1980. That's according to the latest data published by the US Centre for Disease Control and Prevention. It also shows that there was a decline in abortion numbers between 2009 and 2018 of 24%. During that 9-year span, all age groups showed a marked decrease in abortion rates, with the biggest drop recorded amongst adolescents. The CDC's so-called abortion surveillance comprises of data from 48 reporting areas throughout the United States. The new report also highlights weaknesses in abortion reporting across the US, however, with neither California or New Hampshire providing any data. In fact, neither state has reported abortion data to the CDC since 1997. Meanwhile, the state of Maryland has not reported abortion data to the CDC since 2006. The state of Oklahoma has observed a day of prayer and fasting in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The day, which took place on December the 3rd, is the initiative of State Governor Kevin Stitt. He said he wanted to encourage people to, quote, ask God to heal those who are sick, comfort those who are hurting, and provide renewed strength and wisdom to all who are managing the effects of COVID-19. He also noted that throughout their history, Oklahomans have always turned to prayer during times of trial and uncertainty, adding that, quote, there is no burden too heavy for God to lift or for the state to bear with his help. Prayer changes the human heart. That's the proposition of Pope Francis, who has made a life of prayer his papal prayer intention for the month of December. In a video explaining his choice of prayer intention, the Holy Father says, quote, the heart of the Church's mission is prayer. It is prayer, he said, that enables us to enter into a dialogue and relationship with God the Father. It is also prayer that changes our reality. The Holy Father said that he himself is praying that people's personal relationship with Jesus Christ will increasingly, quote, be nourished by the Word of God and a life of prayer. The Pope video is an official global initiative undertaken by the Pope's Worldwide Prayer Network. Their stated mission is to mobilise Christians worldwide through prayer and action. Finally, the people of Slovenia have delivered a very special present to Pope Francis, a 91-foot Christmas tree, which will now be given pride of place in St. Peter's Square during Advent and Christmastide. The spruce tree comes from the forests of southeastern Slovenia. It's the second time the Central European country has gifted a Christmas tree to the Vatican, having done so previously in 1996, following the visit of Pope St. John Paul II to that country. Slovenia will also decorate the Vatican's rooms with Advent wreaths. Meanwhile, their tree will now sit next to a 54-piece nativity scene, which was created in the village of Castelli in the Abruzzo region of central Italy. That's an area famous for its ceramic craftsmanship. The crib scene itself is of some importance as well, with each piece having been created between 1965 and 1975 by the students and teachers of the F.A. Grui Art Institute, a renowned Castelli high school which specialises in design. The Italian crib and Slovenian tree will now be blessed and the Christmas lights switched on next Friday evening in St. Peter's Square. Well, that's all for now. Do join me next time for some more news headlines from around the globe. Until then, may God bless you. Shalom.